All right. Looks like we are here, folks, and good to have you all back on a Saturday with the Watchdogs. We're trying some new technology, and so thank you all for being patient this morning. I have a special guest here, a young person in our Savannah Chatham County community, and my co-host Julius Hall is somewhere wherever the food is. But introduce yourself this morning.
Hello, my name is Eden Mervin. I go to Whitewash over there on Ellis Island. Um, yeah, basically, I'm a young person, yeah.
All of that good stuff, all of that good stuff. So let me make sure we don't lose our microphone here. This is our first show from in the community of Savannah, Georgia. Really glad to be out here for this particular cause. Sorry that we do have this cause, and one of the things we will be talking with Eden today about and joining the conversation with me is this idea of violence, and not only does violence impact the whole community, but it disproportionately, in my opinion, impacts our young people, and that's throughout the country. And so we're out here at the Save or Stop the Violence rally. I like to call it Save Our Youth because, again, like I said, this type of act and behaviors in communities impacts our youth disproportionately. And so today we'll be talking about a number of things from how do we stop this violent activity, how do we save our communities, and better yet, how do we develop a sense of belonging for people in our communities. And so y'all will see me kind of doing a number of things here today. We are running our show again here from the field and out here by the West Broad YMCA. And they got some loud music, don't they? They got loud music, y'all. So if you don't hear us, we will try our best. We have a very ambitious disc jockey today. But let's start with this. Eden, tell me a little bit about yourself and what do you think about from your standpoint what's going on in our communities and how do we address this issue of violence?
So what I do, trying to go to college, be something better in life than what I used to be. Trying to be successful, but the community around where I live at, violence, and there's better ways we can handle it, but at the same point, the young folks around us, they not gonna listen at all. They don't care what y'all gonna do, but it's just crazy. I think a better way for us to like help the community is probably like throw events for young folks so we can all hear them out, see what they're going through, try to help them out, make them feel love if they're not feeling love.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think and by the way, you might want to click that link so you can go over there and maybe catch some of the program, and we'll be playing back and forth. Yeah, let me tell you something. When you got this technology and we're having some fun out here with ATR Media, all things relevant, our Black Media Network. This is some wonderful stuff, and shout out to Julius Hall for putting this all together. What you do, you click that link I sent you, and I'm going to send you over there. They're getting ready to do the program, but as they do the program, we're going to ebb and flow. I'm going to send Eden out into the field over there where they're going to start talking about some things. But people, one thing about me, those of you all who know me know this about me. I get tired of talking. We've been talking, talking, talking. We've been talking for 20 years now. This stuff been going on since I was a young child. I'm not gonna tell you my age next Saturday, but my birthday is on April 2nd, so shout out to me. But anyway, did it pull up for you?
I put it up
Okay.
now.
So what am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? We have talked. We have had rallies. We have talked some more. We've had rallies. But we've got to come to some real strategies and some real solutions. And so throughout today, I'll be sharing some of what I, in my opinion, think are some real strategies. And I'm not the end all be all, but I can tell you right now, I've done this work. What I mean by this work is I have pulled together our young black males, our young black people to, and it's not just that group, but in particular, I work with that group and have had success throughout the years. My work has been in higher education, and 3 out of the 7 institutions I've worked for, I've had a very strong following and put together of young black male groups that have gone on and been successful. One at the University of Georgia, the other one at the University of North Georgia, where I had the largest African American male initiative program in the state of Georgia. And so I say that to say that there are ways to get this done, but talking does not get us to that answer. What I believe is our first step. Eden, you talk about programs, you talk about getting young people involved, keeping them engaged, right? I believe that starts with developing a sense of belonging. So, what do I mean by that? People, all of us want to belong to something, whether that is your family, whether that's your friends, whether that be your church family. You want to belong to something, and we develop that sense of belonging through a number of things that we do. And here's my co-host over here about to start some mess. Come on, Dr. Tanya Howard, you come talk to me. You done this work. Come here. Lord have mercy. They over here. They're trying to take over y'all. They're trying to this Tanya Howard Hall crew. Hey Julius, why don't I sent you the link? Why don't you go out in the field and I'll let you go live and interview folk. Yeah, we'll ebb and flow with that. But y'all, I'm gonna give a shout out. What's going on, bro? All right, same here. But yeah, man, we bring some people over here, but I'll let you go live. Go on the link with your phone now. We'll do some things. We'll do some things out in the field. So I'm by myself. They took Eden from me. So I'm gonna talk y'all head off this morning, this Saturday morning, for one whole hour. Let's go back to this idea of sense of belonging. It's one of the things that Dr. Terrell Strayhorn in Virginia talks about. We hope to bring him down to Savannah soon. But Dr. Strayhorn talks about this sense of belonging where we make sure that our young people are belonging somewhere, that they feel like they belong to this community. If you don't feel like you belong to something or you don't feel like you belong to this community, you no longer may have that value. You may no longer value life. You may no longer feel connected. So why would I take care of our support or engage in a community where I did not feel particularly connected? It makes sense to me, right? And so I think what we've got to do is take that concept out of higher education where we develop sense of belonging in classrooms, where we develop sense of belonging on campus, and bring that down to a community level. It's not a hard thing to do. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Todd Rose about that very concept a few nights ago. He's running for school board. And I think that we start looking at our classrooms, our schools, to make sure that we have that sense of belonging developed for our students so that when they do become elders, when they do become parts of our community, that they don't feel this detachment or this disconnect in the city. And I think that's one step. The other step is I've heard a lot about people just want jobs. Well, as my good brother Keith Preacher Brown would say, who's also from Savannah, job just means just over broke. And at the end of the day, not too many people just want to be over broke. People want to be successful. People want to have what I call a substantial sense of wealth. Basic jobs are not going to get that done. Why would I be comfortable making $5 to $6 an hour when my brothers and sisters on the south side and other parts of town are making more of a higher wage? Now that does some people say, well, why don't you just go to college? Or why don't you do this? Well, that's not necessarily an answer. I think that a lot of times what we've got to tell our youth is you don't necessarily have to go to college. Give a great example. Me with my wonderful, what people would think elaborate career in higher education, while that's great and grand, I also have a nephew who's in the Navy making way more money than I do. You have people who are in trades, plumbers, carpenters, so forth and so on, that are making way more than I do. And so we want to talk about money. Let's talk about getting our kids and our students and our community involved in apprenticeships and things where they can make a decent wage, where they can make and develop wealth. And so just getting jobs to me is just not enough. I don't think that's the answer. I don't think throwing money at anything is the answer. What I do think it is being strategic around pulling people together from the community to develop apprenticeships, to develop pathways to a successful life, to get people away from this idea of thinking I've got to go out here to make a real living, to make a real income. And so I know it is. They're loud, my brother. They're loud. So what I'm gonna do is hit pause on my voice, and we will kind of focus on the program as much as we can. We're gonna try to get y'all to the program. Lord, stay, stay, I don't here. I long for the mighty. Hey, I need to get on your phone and do this. You get on your phone and go up there. One of y'all. Okay, one of y'all go up there. Because you can't hear all the noise. So when they're doing a program, I'll make you go live on your phone. So and when they go quiet, I'll talk. You already left? Yeah. Yeah. I don't do it. Eden just left the judge over here to talk to you. Okay, just take your phone and go out there and watch the program. When they're talking on the program, I'll be quiet. Because see, we'll sit Judge Holden back at okay. And anybody. But as long as I'm making noise up there, I can't. You hear what I'm saying? Make sure he's live on his phone. All right, y'all. We're trying to make some things happen. It's difficult when you got the we over here by the West Side YMCA. It's difficult when you got to get your crew together, y'all. It's hard being the only one I had doing that. Trying to get my crew together. This is our first time out in the field, so I think we're doing a good job. But what I was saying earlier, y'all, what I will try to do is talk louder and not talk while the program is going on. There's a lot going on over here, but it's good stuff. Good stuff. Hopefully, y'all can hear the program. Again, this is our first time doing this out in the field, so next time we'll know how to do this thing a little different. And trust me, I have a scripture to back it up. 121st Psalm says. Hopefully y'all can hear the program. Yes, it is, Howard. You are correct. This is the question, you all. We are over here at basically the EOA building right next to West Broad YMCA. What's going on, Savannah folks? Whoever's chiming in, definitely check in. Check in with me below. Drop your comments, drop your thoughts. We're over here by the EOA next to the West Street YMCA, West Side YMCA. So y'all chime in. And as the program is going on, the sound is ambitious. Hold on, here we go. We got Julius. There you go. Hey, Julius Hall, turn it around so people can see the program. So I'm asking. Turn around so the folks can see the program. Hold up 1 minute. Eyes open. Eden, help them. Fix it, Jesus. Turn it around so they can see the program. Y'all, turn there. You go. Look at that, boy. Y'all listen well. Y'all, turn the phone towards the program. There we go. Look at me. Okay. Please remove your caps. Yeah, go a little bit closer. Make sure your volume is up. Yes. Make sure your mute is off, Eden. I can't hear you. Remove your caps. Eden, I don't think the people hear you. We're over here at the EOA next to the West Side YMCA folks. Over here at Stop the Violence Rally. You all check in with us. Eden, make sure your volume is up. Or your mute is off. I don't hear you. I don't hear your sound. Now unto you. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive our debts
as we forgive our debtors.
Hey, at least one time. At
Lead
least
us
it's a
not
good thing,
into
y'all.
temptation,
We're working it out. We are
but
doing this
deliver us
from the
from
field for
evil.
the first time.
For
The
thine
first
is
time
your
to watch
kingdom,
Dawgs
the
is live
power,
from
and
a
the
program from the
glory,
community in Savannah, Georgia.
now
We're
and
excited to be here, but we
forevermore.
are working through the kinks, and this is just a way to
God, the
learn
gracious
and figure it
Father,
out for our next drive. But we're getting it
songwriter
going.
says, it's me that's standing in the need of prayer. So God, in the name of Jesus, incline thine ears to
What
all of
we're
your
hearing right
children
now
right
is
now
some opening
that
remarks,
stand in need of
dropping a
prayer.
little of the word, the scripture. If you
Regardless of
all
what
can hear it, I hope you
profile that
can.
they have
If not,
right
I
now,
don't want
God.
to talk over it
Incline
because
your
it
ears
becomes
to it
distracting.
right now.
So I will be
Because
coming
God,
throughout
there's some
the
far east, there's
program,
some
offering
far
some
west,
commentation
there's
and some
some
ideas
far north, and
around what's
some
going on.
far south. They stand in the need of you right now in the name of Jesus. So God, endow your spirit now to dwell right here at the EOA. Father, in the name of Jesus, and all of us, oh God, who have come with concern about what is going on in the city of Savannah, what's going on in Chatham County right now, what's going on in surrounding communities right now, what's going on out of you right now, God. In the name of Jesus, God. Oh God, pour out your spirit right now. Oh God, that we who are here, God, could go and tell somebody that is not doing your will right now, God. God, fill them up with anointing right now, God, to be able to just go and touch somebody like who is not walking in the right direction right now. Ooh, right now, God, like a mighty well went all over the land and the sea right now.
What you're hearing right now, folks, are we have an opening prayer. We're over here next to the
You are a
uh,
great I am
West
that
Park
I am.
YMCA in the
You is
parking lot of the
our
EOA.
shepherd right
If
now,
you're
God.
here in Savannah,
God,
come
it
join
needs
us.
somebody that
Let's
they
join
can
together.
call. They take
Brothers
it,
and
put on
sisters
their
in the city of
mama, take
Savannah,
it, put
we
on
got
their
to do more of this work.
put on
I
their
won't be
cousin,
talking over the
put on their
program, but
sister,
what I will
take it,
do
put on their
is speak
grandmama,
throughout the
granddaddy,
pauses and
great
gaps. So
grandmama,
today
great
we have
great
some solutions that
uncle
I will
auntie.
offer.
We got you, whoever
Someone
God.
who has done the work with young folks, in particular our young black
Right
people.
now.
And so as we go through the program today, I'll be
In the
quiet as
name
the
of
program
Jesus.
goes on, but I'll also be speaking
Use us
for
now.
real solutions and real
All
strategies and getting beyond the
time
top. But right now, let's
about us
focus
right
on the
now.
program.
Use us, God, as instruments to go tell somebody, stop. There's a better way. There's a better solution. There's a solution to your stress problem. Right now, in the name of Jesus. Bless every participant now. We bless your name for Minister Maynard, oh God, for giving the vision to assemble us all
Dr.
together.
Betty Jones, good evening.
Right
Hearts,
now, in the name of
Eva,
Jesus.
Baba, excuse me.
And oh God, we
Uh,
all have the
good day
same.
to you.
All
Iris, good to see you. Y'all make sure y'all
you
share,
want to
share,
lock
share. Make
God
sure people are seeing
the
this and
expectation
make sure people are coming out here.
that when they
Again,
put their
one of the
eyes,
things I am
the last
vehemently a
voice
strong
they will
advocate of
hear
is ending the violence. And
will be
ending the
of their
violence isn't about
pastors.
money, throwing
But
money at
God,
people. Ending the violence isn't about just getting
when
jobs.
travelers
Ending the
have
violence
wit,
is a
and
major
they have never
major
yet
effort that
returned.
requires us to look at not
God, the
only
last voice when they
real
enter
income,
into
right,
that tunnel,
but it also looks at a
when
sense
your
of
voice
belonging, making
is
sure our young people feel
servant
connected to this community
of
in a way
God,
that
well done.
makes them feel valued and
God
that they
fought
value
the
their
good
community.
fight.
It means
God
making sure that we have strategic vision
come on
for
up and
people in
receive
general to have
that
a sustainable life
testimony.
in a community
Now
like the
you
city of
let the
Savannah.
words of
It
thy
means
mouth
making sure
and
that
the
we
meditation
offer
of thy
value to
heart
the residents of our
be
communities.
acceptable
It
in
means
thy
picking up
sight.
the trash as we've
Oh
seen with
Lord, you know,
all the women Keisha
and
Gibbs
I
Carter cleaning up
believe,
neighborhoods.
and
It's
everybody
more than
say
just a
amen.
simple find something to
Amen.
produce solutions. It's
Amen.
a bigger picture that requires a vision of a leader. And so today we'll be talking about some of those pieces. And hopefully you all can chime in with the comments and share your
I'm gonna
ideas.
tell y'all, I came today, I was sick as a dog, coughing up, mucus, all kind of stuff, because it was attacking my body. The weather was attacking my body. We spend so much time, looking down on each other. We spend so much time saying what somebody else can do and this can do. But I'm a resident of Fraser Homes. So I welcome y'all to my backyard.
I welcome y'all to my home where I work at, where my children have 3 bullet holes in their windows. Amen. Amen. I know you ain't come to talk back to me. Now, he said I came to give a welcome. I'm welcoming you to Fraser Homes and EOA. We need y'all. We need you. I can't do it by myself. I'm tired. I am tired, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired of people looking down on me. This mother that's holding her baby is one of my residents.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna get this answer right. I've been a lifelong Savannah resident all my life, and I appreciate that comment. I believe we will get it right. I believe we will get it right when we have people who are in leadership positions on the city of Savannah. It's one of the reasons why very soon I will be launching my campaign for post one alderman at large for the city council, because I myself am at a place where I no longer want to hear talking. I no longer want to hear the excuses giving. I no longer want to hear that we're putting bricks on Broadens and we got blacks and grays. I no longer want to hear that. I want to see real solutions. If I know that this city and this country has money to give out, I want to give them out to in a way that will save our folks, save our neighborhoods, and stop regentrification, especially in District 5 of Savannah. And so it's no longer about the talking folks. It's no longer about playing these political games with people who don't care about our communities. It's no longer about that. And so today we are going to start a new chart forward. The talking ends, the strategies begin.
Welcome to that. We got a bunch of people running for office right now. Welcome to that. Yeah, that's going to run it out for the next 4 years.
So tonight, so right now we have, I believe, Dr. Tanya Howard Hall, who is a candidate for the Savannah Chatham County School Board. I am endorsing Dr. Tanya Howard Hall on this show because I do know if you watch her rhetoric, if you watch her speak, she cares about the young people. She understands the importance of policy, the importance of our school system, public school system, and she does not want to sell out our young people. It's one of the other reasons why I'm endorsing today, and you've seen me do this, and so whoever doesn't like it, not my problem. Go to Memorial Medical Center, they got Band-Aids for you, but today I will endorse, again, Todd Rose for school board president. Todd Rose has the answers. He has proven himself, and he has done the work in this community. So we need Talia Howard Hall, and we need Todd Rose on that Savannah Chatham County School Board.
She didn't know. Press our people. Then come back home. So we tired. We tired of coming for these rallies. We tired. Can't even go in the club to cut the off. You ain't go to church and praise God because
I agree with you, Howard. I agree with you. I think our city council has gotten to a place where we have certain leaders who have accepted buyouts or accepted rewards or accepted incentives to sell out the communities. It baffles me. But I can tell you this here. You got people like Keisha Gibson Carter, Bernetta Lanier, and Alicia Miller Blakely, who will not sell out. Now, if I didn't call your name, that's your problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But I can tell you this here. You go on places of leadership, public leadership, not to sell out, but to serve the people. And the moment that you allow somebody to buy you out to build on River Street and to take over that whole property is the moment when you have lost sight of what the real purpose of leadership is. So I'll stop there. But today is not the day for that. The day is to make sure that we stop the violence here in this city of Savannah.
Do than heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the leaves make done. Let it be sound out as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of faith and dark.
Yes, Rufus. We'll speak on that in a moment.
Sing a song full of the hope present brought facing the rising day begun. Let us march on to victory. Is won.
You know, it speaks volumes too that we have certain city and county leaders out here today. For those who could join us, and some of them may have things to do, I understand that. But it speaks volumes to when you see city or county leaders at places like this. I just have a different view of leadership in that you meet people where they are. You meet people where they are, and the people are here. The people are crying out for solutions, and it baffles me that our citizens have many more ideas than some of our city leaders and county leaders. And so today, I just want to just bring that to light, and that we got to do better. We got to do better.
Sick and tired. There is no such thing as snitches. If we have to say something, we have to start.
That's right. That's right, Pastor Jones. I think you hit the nail right on the head. Some of the residents themselves are complacent. You know, we gotta get out there, folks, and we gotta start helping one another. You know, I remember if you go back last week, my father talked about the idea of communities being close knit. Making sure that by the time you got home and you had done something terrible as a child, you would have understood and felt that. We moved away from that. We even moved away from people even giving a doggone that there's trash in their communities. So that again goes back to belonging and feeling a sense of pride for one's own community.
This is a ploy to take more money out of the hands and the pockets of struggling Black people. It really is. So let's come together. Let's collaborate. Let's see what we can do. There's no little I's and big U's. We got to come together and see what we can do to stop this. We getting worse than Miami. We getting worse than New York. We're gonna have a solo by my aunt, born and raised in Savannah, Georgia, graduate of Savannah State College.
Well, y'all got this. They got these New Orleans accents coming out. These New Orleans accents.
Maryland, Virginia area. She just
Shout
happened
out
to
to my New Orleans people. I love me some Nola. Nola, as they say.
be writer. She's gonna give us a song that she wrote. Linda Washington.
Hello, everyone. Lovely to be home. There's no place like home. I sung 25 years ago for a Stop Violence campaign, and I reported it at that time. So I just see that it's just the same. When will it ever change? I would like to challenge everyone to do their part to make a difference. Like he said, see something, say something, and just be a person that's for what's right.
So as they're talking about this idea, see something, say something. Yes, I do agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly, and I also agree that we've got to take some time to pull together our leaders from churches, community organizations, government, so forth, and so on. Have this symposium around this conversation around what are the real strategies? How do we implement apprenticeships? How do we involve our youth? How are we reaching back out to get the data? You know, I'm a qualitative researcher. How do we sit down and do focus groups with our young people to really understand what the problem is? What's the why? What's the why behind the violence? And I believe we can do that. That's one of the things I will focus on when elected to city council in the at-large post-mortem
What's this world coming to? Evil seems to be shining through. It wasn't meant to be that way.
Shout out to my people out in the field. We got Julius and Eden out there doing the shots, and so we got to give them their props. And listen well, folks.
No evil is not your friend. Come on and turn this thing around. All those lost souls, they gotta be found.
let things be. We gotta witness them and make them see. This violence was evil is not our friend.
Y'all, today we're going to do a 45-minute show. Again, we're doing things out here live, and so when you're doing things live, sometimes that impacts your battery power, your longevity, and your sustainability, and the ability to do the things as we would if we had a power source. So again, we're learning, but there's a 45-minute piece. Hey, Dr. Tony Howard Hall, coming over to our parade booth. Come talk to the people. So we got Dr. Tanya Howard Hall. I mean, you're gonna talk a little loud, but what's your opinion about things and drop some knowledge on us about your campaign. Let me make sure we can see you. There you go. All right. You good to go.
Okay. Well, I'm just talking about the campaign right now, but we're out here today at a Stop Violence rally. What came to my mind is that I'm an early childhood education major, elementary education. And I taught kindergarten 5 years, first grade 2 years, fourth grade 2 years, and so forth. And I remember when the children used to be so excited about career day. That was an opportunity to dress up how you representing who you want to, or what you want to do when you grow up. An opportunity to write reports about it. At the younger age, they would draw pictures, write in their journals, and cut out pictures in magazines and so forth. And then we would have those professionals to come out to the school and talk with them. They were always intrigued by the police officers, the fire and so forth. And I never had a child to say to me one time that when I grow up, I want to go to prison for the rest of my life. I never had a child to say to me, when I grow up, I want to be a murderer. I never had a child to say to me that I don't want to grow up. I want to die in the streets. So something elementary, and something goes on when they reach middle school. And the dreams that they had as small children die and they go away. So we as a people, we as a city, we as a county, organizations, we need to tagline this. Let's revive the dream. Because our children aren't dreaming anymore. We're losing too many of our children in the streets. My son is half my age, and he's lost more friends than I have in my lifetime of 60 years.
First one point of correction.
Today at this rally, and we're just hoping that everyone comes together and stop working inside the city, the county, businesses, churches, organizations,
But it sounds good.
sororities, fraternities, and so forth.
Okay, now we are here
together as one and reach out, because we're losing too many of our children in the streets. And when you lose a male child, you have killed a generation just for that one male child.
We know that
When you lose a female child, you're killing mothers that would never have an opportunity to become a mother. So it's very important that we try to do something, that we come out. We have grief counselors in our school district. We have counselors, we have social workers, we have teachers, and we have school psychologists. We know that mental health is a serious issue, but we can't do it alone as a school district. We all have to come together and pool our resources. We have to come together. So regarding my campaign, I am Dr. Tanya Howard Hall, running to be re-elected for school board for District 8. For those that don't know much about me, you can please visit my website at www.howardhallforschoolboard.com. But I will say that I bring over 3 decades of teaching experience and a wealth of knowledge in the area of early childhood education, elementary education, curriculum and instruction, program evaluation, school improvement initiatives, as well as federal and state budgets and audits. My commitment to education has and always will be personal, because as a teacher, as an educator, and as a student, as a parent, I know what it feels like to be retained in a grade, because I repeated first grade. I know what it feels like to be enrolled in speech when you can't pronounce your words correctly. I know what it feels like to have to learn how to use your right hand because you are innately left-handed and you were forced to use
record
right.
label started
To know what it feels like to integrate a school. I integrated a school in 1965 and I had some horrible experiences. But second grade, when I got into second grade, I had a teacher that loved me. She didn't treat me any differently from the other students in the class. And she would say something to me every day, and it was, Tanya, when you go to college, Tanya, when you go to college. At the age of 7 years old, I didn't know what college was, but I knew that I was going because my teacher said to me that I was going to college. So 14 years later, I ended up becoming a second grade teacher. And I remember what she wrote on the back of my report card. On the back of my report card, she wrote, be a fine third grader, be the best. So you know what I had to write on the back of my students' report cards at the end of second grade. I said, be a fine third grader, be the best.
All right. We're gonna go on. We're gonna probably shift on that. Let me look at my battery power. Oh, we got a little bit of power. We got a little bit of power. You remind me of my mom. Hey, how you doing? I'm Robert.
Thankfully, the barbershops.
Okay.
Get it in car wash.
Okay. You right. I remember you. I remember you. But y'all, you know, you remind me. My mother was she taught it. My mother was a first grade kindergarten teacher for 30 years of her life. She said she would have. And one thing about she loves children. She would have still been doing it until they brought those computers in there. She said you spend that, and shout out to our educators. And this is the thing for government people who think they know what they're doing. Y'all, Brian Kemp and friends, stay out the dang gum classroom. Y'all don't know what you're doing because what happens to our educators, you put so much paperwork and bull crap in it until they don't have time to teach.
There's a politics and economics attached to saying everything related. That is not all
what they like and what they don't like.
But it plays
if we don't like it, we don't think you should teach it.
Oh, and then take race out of there because race don't matter, so we can silence that voice. But they be quiet because you know
that's a whole nother topic.
They come get me.
It's a whole nother topic. You know, we heard a lot about CRT. CRT is a theory, and we are not even teaching the theory in the public school system. But they want you to think that we're teaching it, so they can have a reason to say that we're teaching it, so they can control and tell us what we can and can't teach.
That's right.
Something that we're not teaching.
A standard curriculum, totally targeting our.
Bernard Brown. Where that blue teddy bear, Bernard Brown?
Kids have to learn.
Bernard Brown, where's that blue teddy bear? Y'all, I want y'all to go watch America at the Dog. I don't talk about America at the Dog because they're a little ratchet. But y'all go to All Things Relevant Media on Facebook. And tomorrow, when everybody buy a blue teddy bear and send it to Bernard Brown.
They have to learn how to use
blue teddy bear. What blue teddy bear?
Hey,
Bernard, I mean, I need to ask.
Bernard love them blue teddy bears.
I'm still laughing at Tarzan outfit he's doing.
Man. Hey, Bernard Brown, good people. Bernard Brown never passed second grade. They just let him go on through because they got tired of looking at him.
Oh, now you're not gonna rag my Wolverine brother like that. Oh no.
Bernard, good people for me.
Yeah, he is. He's awesome. He loves the community. He's a community activist, brother. He realizes that.
Oh, he does.
Yes, he's awesome. He love America.
Oh yeah.
It started out, I think, on Facebook. He would always greet everybody.
Some of them throw their own brain out.
To express his sentiments of different issues.
I believe it was Jamal Touré discovered America.
And we just said,
conflict resolution.
He said, and he loved them toes. What's the toe? Tell me about the toes.
Where everybody
is not America in the dark. This is not America in the dark, but I appreciate you
how to deal with
inviting me over.
Oh yeah, we got to get you a talk room. People they're gonna be hot me today, but hey, Memorial Medical Center got plenty of band-aids and arms, stents, and whatever you need to make yourself feel better. But we endorse you today. We endorse Todd Road.
Well, I see. I didn't know y'all had endorsements.
I do. I do. Robert Brown does.
Ty Whiteley is also running for school board president.
Give me in trouble.
For school board president.
You being nice. You miss brother. You miss.
Although it's a non-partisan.
Yeah.
I'm just shouting out the
You
Democrats.
forgot about one.
Roger Moss is also running for school board president.
Like $2 or $3 billion a year.
No, I'm endorsing. I am endorsing.
You're endorsing.
No, ATR is endorsing, but I am.
We have Ty Whiteley and Tom Rose, excellent candidates. And everybody, we have people who sometimes say, I shouldn't have to vote for school boards members because we don't have children in the public school system, or they feel that we shouldn't vote because
So you look at, well, do we have
our property taxes are high as it is. Maybe y'all should worry about, why should we pay property taxes? Like, why should we support the public school system? So I'm just going to give you an example.
meet in the
If you
community?
go into the grocery store,
If they don't know how to LLC,
when you see the butcher working in the meat department, when you see the trucks importing and exporting goods, when you see someone stocking
for business,
goods on the shelves,
we all need to let pastors know.
when you go to the hospital, God forbid, or go to a nursing home, and think about the person that's going to have to come in there and give you a bath,
Get a business by a house.
clean room, monitor your vitals, perform surgery, administer medicine. Think about public education.
Well, I tell you right now, if you pick the wrong candidate, I ain't say no names, you won't have no public school. They want the charter school.
Give it up.
Leave it there.
All over.
Say and leave it right there.
Leave it right there. I'll let y'all.
But I
Now,
want
mess
you to-
around, don't go. Won't see.
But I want you to think public education, because even the chairs, Robert,
Yeah.
the chairs that we're sitting in, we are trusting and believing that these chairs are going to hold us up during the duration of this show.
Yeah.
Think about the person that designed these chairs. Think about the person that built these chairs. Think
Right.
about the person that delivered these chairs, and think public education.
There you go.
Now, I don't. I believe that parents should have a choice if they want to send their
Who
child
could
to
meet with a banker
charter schools.
and can say, well, you want
That's
the house.
fine, because I believe that a parent should have a choice.
Then you want to get
But I'm
a
right now talking about the platform of public education, because public education saved my life. Public education changed my life. Public education is more than just an education for some of my children. It's a safe haven. It's a place where they can have 2 warm, hot meals. It's a place for them to socialize and meet new friends. Public education is everywhere you look, everywhere you go. No one can deny the importance of public education.
It is. All right, we're gonna close this thing on out.
We're going to
Well,
close.
we
this.
appreciate you coming on over, and tell your husband give me a plate.
Money to start a business.
All right, thank
I was out canvassing this morning. So I
Money
can
to
take my
start a business.
Lord. Oh, I might go out with y'all. All right. Well, I might be hanging out a little later with Beta Fallen, my good frat brothers. No problem. We appreciate you coming over. So y'all make sure y'all go to that website and contribute to Italian Howard Hall for school board. So as we close out, we got about a few more minutes. We'll close out early today to make sure that we're doing the best thing that we can. What Bernard Brown say? Bernard Brown be talking a mess. I don't appreciate how you did JB last night, but that's okay.
It'd be nice if you put it on your
Y'all,
ticket.
one of the things I want to give you a shout out to, make sure right now that you all go to YouTube and do in that search bar, that little magnifying glass, type in all things relevant media. Make sure you all are following all things relevant media. If you do it on YouTube, you can also go to our Black Media Network. You want to follow these shows. You got different lists of shows that talk to you about real information. You know, we tend to watch the news. And one thing about the United States news and our local news ain't no different than Russian news. As we're learning now, Russian news are telling people what they want to hear. It's the same thing here in the city of Savannah. It's the same thing nationwide. News will tell you what they want to hear. Somebody, let me break it down to you. Somebody owns a news company. So if I own a news company and a newspaper, I'm going to give you the information I want you to know. And so it's filtered. What we bring to you is unfiltered, uncut, direct, unapologetic information, and you make the decision. You know, we're bringing it to you live. As I told you a moment ago, the one thing Savannah Chatham County News will not tell you is we got one candidate on that school board president list who wants to defund public education and fund charter schools. It's real. You know, it is what it is. You know, but you won't hear that in the Savannah Morning News. You won't hear that on JCL and TLC. It is what it is. So I definitely ask that you tune in, contribute, and support what we're doing. Now, back to Stop the Violence. As I close out, there are 3 ways I believe that we can stop the violence so we can begin addressing that. Number 1, we got to stop focusing more on violent crimes and stop focusing on petty crimes. Stop focusing on small issues, right? Violent crimes are what's going on and where we need to place our attention, right? Let's do more of that. And let's find ways to move away from these petty crimes that do nothing but create more issues and more backlog for our officers on the street. Number 2, we got to bring community organizations together and start talking about some real strategies and some real ways to implement some sustainable living practices in the city of Savannah. And the third one, I believe we've got to develop a sense of belonging for our young people and for our current residents, so that there's
Good
value
afternoon, everyone.
and a sense
Good
of
afternoon.
pride, a sense of belonging and attachment to the community in which they live and the greater city. Again, it's one of the reasons why I believe in so many things like the
Normally, when I
trash
come
pickup
up
that you
here,
see from Keisha Gibson Carter.
speak a
Cleaning
little
up our
about
neighborhoods is
my
the
life,
first
and
step of
it's
having
the second
pride.
thing that
You know,
I'm going
you
to
go
be
into
doing
these
today.
neighborhoods, and I'll
But
never forget about 3 or 4
I
years
kind
ago,
of took
we went over to Tatum
notes
Hill.
today
You
to
saw
read
trash
from,
everywhere, old tires, old
and
TVs, just dumped
I
off
wanted
to
to
the
make
side.
sure that
You're going
I
to see that in some of our neighborhoods where
got
people don't look
everything
like us.
out that I
It's
needed
called
to
pride,
say.
folks. We start
And I
with the
prayed
basics
about
and
it,
we get to the bigger,
and it
right?
seems as if God was
It's
leading
one
me
of the reasons
to
why I want to join
write down
our
what
good sisters,
I
Keisha
want to
Gibson
say
Carter,
today. So
Bernetta
before
Lucier,
I
and Alicia
sing
Blakely
the
on City
song,
Council.
I'm
And
just
I'm
going
going
to
to
read a
launch very
little bit of
soon
this for you.
my quest to become post one at large, city council member in this city of Savannah. So we got to do things like that. And we got to bring
I
real
came
leaders to
before
the
you
table
today
who have solutions,
as
who
one that
care
has
enough
been
about our
blessed
city
beyond
to
measure
think beyond what's in
through a
front of them.
series of
And we're going to do more than put
unfortunate
bricks on
situations.
broad.
You
Bricks
see,
on broad
God
only
knew
put blacks in
everything that I
graves, and I'm
would go
tired of
through
seeing it,
before
and
I
I'm
could
tired
even
of
go
talking.
through it.
So we're
So
going
he
to close out
allowed me
today a
to
little
seek
bit
him
earlier.
out, and it
Bernard
was
Brown, I
seen.
appreciate you. For
Though I
those who
am
don't like
aware
the rhetoric,
now that I
reach out to
couldn't
me. Let's
even
talk about
want
it.
to come into
Again,
the knowledge of
together
God
we strategize.
or desire a
If we keep
relationship
working in
with
these
him
silos, if we keep
unless he
tearing
allowed.
each other down, if we
So
keep
early
pointing
on,
fingers,
even
and this
before I
person
was
doing
able
this,
to
if we
read,
keep talking about
I
each other like
remember
fifth
being
graders,
eager
we
to
get
thumb
nowhere.
through that big book on the
And that's
living
not
room
what I'm
table
about.
I
And
would
so, folks,
eventually come to
I
know as the
appreciate
Holy
you all
Bible.
watching. I ask that you
Though I
all
was
join us
too young
next
to
week.
even begin to understand the words in front of
We
me,
will have
the picture spoke a
candidate Ann
thousand
Allen
words to
Westbrook,
me.
who is running
And
for
from
House
then
District
on,
1, I
I
believe
wanted to know
163. I might
God
be
and have
having
a
it wrong. I don't know,
relationship
but
with
next
him.
week, Saturday
As
noon, at
time went
noon,
on, my
we'll have
relationship
Ann Allen
indeed got
Westbrook join us
stronger,
next Saturday
as
noon.
well as my
And
faith.
then weekend after
But
that,
life
we'll
also
probably
got
extend this
hard.
conversation to talk about
To a
not only just
kid at
Savannah,
the age
but
of
how do
7,
we end
my
violence
mom got
or
into an
a high
abusive
level of
relationship
violence
that
in
in
our
turn
community. Right,
led
we're
to
going to
me and my
close out early
sister
today.
also
Again, we're
being
10 minutes early,
abused,
so I'm very proud of the
being
fact that we
forced to
have
call
done this the
someone
first
dad
time
that
in the
wasn't our
community.
father
The
while
Watch
trying
Strong.
to make
We'll
honor
see you
roll.
next week. Join us as we continue the conversation. We love you, Savannah.
Missing
Take care.
my weekly
Like this. 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 Like this.